Hello everyone, this is Komal Mathur and I'm a legal intern at Lexis and Company. I'm pursuing BLLB from Manipal University, Jaipur, and currently I'm studying in my third semester. I'm really glad to have this opportunity of interning with Lexis and Company, as this is why I'm presenting this video in front of you all. So the topic or purpose of today's video is Juvenile Justice System in India. To start with my presentation or my video, I would like to quote a Latin maxim, which is nil novi spectrum, and it means that nothing is new on this planet. From the ancient times, there is an assumption that juveniles or youngsters should be treated leniently. Do you know why? Because our ancestors believed that there is a theory which says that youngsters tend to respond in persistent or a frustrated manner, which is associated with combative approaches, or in other words, I would like to say with aggressive approaches. Talking about recent times, the rate of crime has really increased in this decade. The reasons of this increasing juvenile crimes can be the inappropriate environment in which the child grows in, or it can be the economic differences or the economic difficulties a child is facing, lack of education, influence of his or her elders, or early life experiences, or it may be the reason of parental care or dominant masculinity. The most depressing aspect of these juvenile crimes is that the youngsters are used as tools to commit crimes by their elders, which is really not a good thing to talk about. In India, Juvenile Justice Act of 1986, which replaced the earlier Children Act of 1960, was enacted to give effect to the guidelines outlined in United Nations Standard Minimum Rules for Administration of Juvenile Justice. In November 1985, several countries signed an agreement to follow the same. The Juvenile Justice Act of 2000 was enacted to provide children with safety. The Juvenile Justice Act of 2000 was amended twice, once in 2006 and again in 2011, but it still had some loopholes and some implementation gaps. The major drawbacks of this act was that it still contained ill-equipped legal provisions and malfunctioning juvenile system, which was also the major reason in prevention of the juvenile crimes in India. The shocking incidents of Nirbhaya rape case on December 16, 2012, which shook the entire nation, sparking several arguments and among the legal professionals and socialists. You know what was the main dispute? The main topic of the dispute was the involvement of the accused, which was only some months away to turn into an 18-year-old adult. The accused involvement in such a horrible crime of rape compelled Indian Parliament to pass a new law, which was called Juvenile Justice Care and Protection Act of 2015, which replaced this existing Juvenile Act of 2011. While the introduction of new legislation, existing juvenile laws were repealed and several significant revisions were made. One of the notable modifications is that the juveniles between 16 to 18 will also be tried as adults. Talking a lot about juveniles and children? Okay, let me explain you the difference between juvenile and children. Children is basically a person who is under the age of 18 or who is under the age of legal responsibility, or in other words, who is a minor. In contemporary area, most countries have embraced the notion of doli in capex, which means inability to commit crime, which exempts minors under the age of 7. Only children of age 7 or above can be convicted, that also if they have convicted a serious crime and were aware of the consequences of their action. A kid accused of crime is not tried as an adult and is instead transferred to a child care center. But a juvenile, who is someone who is between the age of 16 to 18. A juvenile offender is a minor who has been charged with a crime and being tried in the court of law as an adult. Both terms have similar meanings in general, but the distinction is that only that the legal significance of the words. Minor denotes a children or a teen, whereas juvenile denotes a immature individual or a young criminal. The juvenile justice system of India, we have police officers as the gatekeepers of the system. Means that they have the authority to make the initial choices about how a case will be handled. The gatekeepers have a great deal of discretion, which is just a few cases which have emerged from the multiplicity of the activities committed, which is also another source of embarrassment, which is why we need some immediate reforms for our system. The rising rates of youth crimes in India is a serious issue that must be addressed as soon as possible. Although the government has enacted different laws and regulations to reduce juvenile crimes, but still, the current laws on juveniles do not have a deterrent effect on the youngsters, and hence the results are ineffective and the legislative objective is not being fulfilled. Not only the government but parents and elders also have an important role to play in this system, which is to improve the existing conditions and to reduce the juvenile system. Young minds have to be educated about what is wrong and what is right. Being responsible citizens and elders or the parents of your children, we must correct our juniors or children about what is wrong and what is right, and we must stop them whenever we find them choosing some wrong options or whenever we find them indulged in some wrong activities from very young age. Because if you teach your children from his young age that this is wrong, he will never forget it. So even the word improvement itself starts with the letter I. So what are you waiting for? Get up and take a pledge to bring a change and start working on it now itself. Thank you.